all doing? Thank you very much for joining me. Brand new starting time for us this week. We are experimenting. We're going to be doing it for tonight and tomorrow night. Wednesday is going to be still at the normal 8 p.m. local time slot. But welcome aboard to the 112th edition of All Aboard Live with The Godfather, as we bring to you on this 18th of November 2024, Train Sim World 5 PC action. How are we all doing? I don't know if you guys have been to the trainsimcommunity.com recently, but I can confirm to you guys there is a brand new reshader mod out there. Now, I don't know. I'm up and down about this one. There's no comments about it, and it's been downloaded apparently over 100 times. I think I've used a reshading type thing before for it, to be honest. But I'll be honest with you guys. I reckon I could probably go into the Nivea here. There's some settings for the Nivea I can actually do. It's not for this though. That's a recording part. But there is another part of Nivea I could do where I can actually edit all the. I could change the stuff, like I did with American Truck Simulator here recently. So yeah. Anyway, how are we all doing? We're a little bit earlier than the 9 o'clock time. Thought I'd jump the gun and let you guys know that earlier today I did a bit of rail fanning. I was out and about today, so I was in between Blacktown and Para, and I did some rail fanning. The only reason I did rail fanning is because the trains were running late. There was a signal issue at Leppington that was holding up the trains. So, yeah, that was causing issues with certain trains, and I thought, sweet, okay, well, I've got half an hour to do some rail fanning while I'm waiting for the train, and yeah, captured a few. And when I got back to Blacktown, I was like, there was a train not stopping here on the board, and I'm like, that's got to be a freight train. And yeah, I waited for the freight train to come through. It was around 10, 15, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So, yeah, I waited for that. Got a nice horn salute for it, so in a wave as well, which is good. So yeah, and then I've just found out that apparently there's no trains on Thursday. Apparently they're going on strike. Yeah, the unions and the rail people are bitching and whinging again. All right, well, I'm not surprised after what happened up at Central there recently with the. When I say recent, it's happened there this last six month period. It's less than that actually. I think it happened back in late September. I think it was in September it happened, where there was it was in September because it was just prior to the big rail festival, the transport festival at Central. There was they found a massive smash, like rail smashed up, like it was just terrible. Anyway, we're ready to rock and roll. So we are live. We are on Train Sim World 5, and as you know, I keep up to date with the sim, and I can confirm that all is well on regards to the West Coast Mainline overship getting released still for next Wednesday. As you know, it got delayed a few days. God knows what the hell that was for. We all know it's Dovetail's side. It's not just Train's side. Because this has been in project now for even when Blackpool branches was just before release, they were working already behind the scenes of West Coast Mainline overship. It was around a 14-month project. It's all but done. It's all but done. It's just Dovetail's coding of just saying, we need extra time because we need to make sure that we get another patch in there to fix more of the performance problems. So yeah, that's what it's all about more so. We got Elliot. G'day. Welcome aboard from the UK. Thanks for joining us. Currently playing a Train Sim World 2 from scratch on the PlayStation 5. Welcome aboard. Train Sim World 2. Yes, that was a good time. It was a 2-year span. It was, halfway was rush hour. That's when the problems sort of started happening more and more. Crazy Aussie is here. G'day. No storms tonight, I can confirm, Crazy Aussie. We're all good tonight. We had a 1 hour delay last night actually because this time last night it was going boom, crash opera outside. So yeah, it was actually settled down by this time actually last night. But yeah, Crazy Aussie was still copping it. Yeah, it came through late last night, early hours this morning too. I noticed. I didn't get any. I I heard that there was lightning things coming up on my thing because my mate sent me a message saying you getting lightning things, and I didn't get the message till I actually woke up, and I'm like, huh? Was there a storm overnight? Right. If there was, all good. I slept through it. You want to import my profile through to free to 5 with all the missions done. You got that. Okay, Elliot, you got that PlayStation issue with the profile transfer. Yeah, I've see. When I move, so I'm on PC. Okay, I've been on PC since 2020, since Transfer World 2020. I originally had my collection on PlayStation as well, like yourself. I started on PlayStation. I started on Xbox when I first started playing Transcend World, full time though. I was at my mate's house. It had it on PC since day dot. But yeah, that's how I discovered Transcend World. And that was only when it only had Sandpatch Grade. That was CSX Heavy Haul. So yeah, actually it was prior to CSX Heavy Haul. But anyway, cut a long story short, I was in the early heydays when it went from 4 to 5, and I was fine with it. And then, so the transfer was fine, but I've noticed that a lot of people have had problems with transfer. I don't understand why. It's a Dovetail thing. It's, you know, we all know the Dovetail are going to screw something up somehow, and so-called patch it. And 99% of the time, patches happen. Some patches don't even end up happening, like they end up failing. So, Matt recently said this on the November roadmap. Was one of the mate. They actually tackled some actual questions that they actually have been dodging for quite a while. Actually, on the last roadmap, which was awesome, including the micro shadowing issue. Finally, if you understand what he said, that, like I do. Because I know the ins and outs and all that, because as a modder myself, for another simulator, I knew what he was talking about, because even though it was sort of like a lot of people will be like, what's this? Don't understand. Yeah, me, easy, because I've been fiddling around with the with the engine of the game for so long to try to get the right frame rate and all this stuff, and trying to fix micro shadowing, DX12, all this razzle dazzle. So yeah, PSO, PSO, and all this crap. Anyway, you need to be on the same device to transfer everything over. So if you have bought all your DLCs on the PlayStation 4, you should have no problems converting them over to PlayStation 5. If you do move from Transfer World 2 to 4 to 5, or you go from 3 to 4. Obviously, if you skipped a few years of Train Sim World, like say you've skipped the 4 era, the 5 era, the start of the 5 era, you won't get any of the DLCs. Obviously, you'll need to purchase all the DLCs, whatnot. But it depends what you want, like as well. West Coast Mainline, I can say they run it out in a terrible mess for the south side of it. I'm still spewing it didn't end up going to rubbery, but anyway, I am hopeful that they're actually going to announce, when they do the big announcement at the end on the Avid calendar coming up, that actually they're going to extend the West Coast Mainline south. But I'm hoping that the actual reveal is actually going to be, I still think it's going to be that they're going to launch VR at like ASAP. I just think that's what it is. But which is stupid anyway. But I say that we are going to have some fun tonight, and we are doing. This is what we're doing first up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the Goblin line, which these days is the Suffragette line. And it is the London Overground. It was voted the #1 route of train sim for here at Australia Worldwide Entertainment. We always have a top 5 countdown of the best routes released over a 12-month period. And the London Overground won it by a country mile. The Blackpool branches was in our top 3 of the top 5, but the #1 route was the Suffragette line. Full replay of our top 5 countdown is now showing on our YouTube channel, and this is an absolute gem of a route. I love it. So this is a Class 710 just here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is in a Australian Queensland rail livery. It's something that I discovered overnight last night, and I'm like, wow, yes, I'm definitely doing this one. So we have a little bit of an Aussie theme this week, actually, with our train sim. Well, except for tomorrow, actually. We're back on MBTA with more CSX action tomorrow, first up. But we are going to be doing a Sydney Metro version of the Class 700. Some off-the-rail stuff tomorrow, on Wednesday, on the Midweek World of Trains, episode 198. God, I'm getting behind myself now. And don't forget, next Wednesday is the big one. It is the West Coast Mainline Ebersharp. I'm telling you, this is going to be the route of the year, the best release of the year. This is going to be hands down shit all over the launch of Train Level 5, hopefully. Hopefully. We had no problems, but don't worry, we'll find some bugs somehow. Anyway, let's hope that it was just as good as Blackpool Branch's release, even though there was a few flickering issues around Preston that I noticed. I'm such a picky person when it comes to stuff. Anyway, I've got the load ready to go. Do a silly train tonight. Do a formation of the BR 101. That would be the manual train, which is a beast. 8-car variant. I actually took a 16-car variant of the Class 700 here. I did a Class 700 16-car in West Midland livery, actually, here in, was it Train Sim 3 Era? I think it was. Chris would know. God, he knows everything. The new DLC is 10% off on Xbox Game Pass. So you need the Game Pass. That's what it gets you. You need that on top. So you have to pay on top if you don't have Game Pass. So there you go. That's what the catch is. All right, we're ready to go. I think we should have everything on. They still haven't fixed the issue when you when you come back from your save that the PSI is not working. That's a bug, and it hasn't been rectified. This is beautiful Queensland Rail livery. This is a nice one. Seen a bunch of skins. Seen the Queensland Rail tilted design actually for the Class 390 Paddleina. All been built by the same dude, and yeah, this is a nice one. I don't mind this one. These the riding is a little bit off center, but hey, you I can't judge a person trying. This is actually quite repressive, actually. I do quite like this one, except they want to be a politician and they want to promote the government on there. Yep, we all know the government. It doesn't matter what government it is, they're all dumb. They're all dumb. Who want to be a politician, seriously? Unless you're getting paid. Alright, so the Queenslanders taking over the line tonight. I am a Queenslander myself, but I've lived in Sydney all my life. My parents were on holidays when I was born, so. But yeah, when it comes to rugby league and everything, state of origin and all that, Yep. Queensland through and through. TransLink, is that for the brand new underground link that they're putting in underneath the Brisbane River and that, Chris? I think it is, eh? Possibly the Brisbane Metro is closed and gone now. What do you mean by that? After a month closed? Surely not. Have they found some issues with it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought it was. So this is supposed to be. I had a feeling it was, because when I was watching the videos and that, I'm thinking, hang on, I know this, I've seen this somewhere. Next stop is Upper Holloway. Doors will be opening on the left side. Please mind the gap when leaving the train for the platform. Slow down, Aussie. It's your 165 sound modded, of course, folks. You know me, I gotta have the Itzia sound mods all in there. No, I can't go one more Aussie because I'll end up hitting the emergency button, even though I do know how to recover. See if the damn issue's still going on with them coming in and out of the train. It only does it at certain stations though. Have any of you guys been experiencing the passengers still standing on some of the tracks and that on this route and going in and out of the doors still? Or it's been a while since I've actually noticed that though, so they might have patched it, I'm not sure. We all know passenger behaviour is a core issue. Sure they weren't doing testing on it, Crazy? I'll take a Tim Tam. Actually, I've got some in the fridge. I'm double coated too. Oh no. Oh, speeding, slow down. Hang on. Oh no. I'll lose all my points there. If that was Train Sim Classic, I would have lost so many points. This version of Train Sim Classic is actually the old school one. Actually, it's before the TFL and all that took over in it. It's the old electric rail on the actual track. So it's yeah, it wasn't overhead back then. Like I explained, I know the history of this track. You know, I know that some stations of Gospel Oak where we start, that's closed. So that's closed and opened a few times actually. But this route, as you know, I've explained, is a massive freight corridor, and it's yeah, been so many times where it's actually almost died completely. So yeah, it was talked about for a while about throwing the overheads on it, and then eventually Transport for London finally came to the rescue and said enough's enough, let's do it. I think they were just waiting for the right trains and stuff, and yeah, time, money. It's all politics at the end. We all know that. It's like these bloody train unions and all that. Apparently the trains are striking again here in Sydney on Thursday, sometime on Thursday. So yeah. Now, I was wondering what was going on in Parramatta when I was there today. I seen a few of the people there, and I'm thinking, it sounds like they're gathering for something. It's what happens when, you know, all of a sudden the government gives in to teachers and the teachers are getting a pay rise, and then it's like, oh, well, my line of work doesn't mind having a pay rise either. Let's go on strike and try to get money now, pay rise. You know, this is what happens, yeah? One gets one, and then the other wants to start protesting and say, hey, what about me? It isn't fair. Yeah. How about me? I want a pay rise on YouTube. Drop the percentage of the tax, please. Give me a pay rise. Oh, don't worry, Google won't budge. Typical frickin' bloody San Franciscan frickin' ripple. Snob. Sorry if you're from San Francisco. I don't know how the hell your train line seriously survives, Chris. Where, like, this is why they're putting the underground thing in, because I actually didn't notice. See, I haven't been to Brisbane I haven't been to Brisbane for so damn long, but I actually I've never gone up there by train. Like I said, I've gone on the XPT as far as Casino, which is still in northern New South Wales. So when I discovered that you guys only got one bridge and it's one way each way, I'm thinking, holy crap. And the Olympic Games are how many years away? And okay. Yes, we had very similar here in Sydney for the Olympic Games, but at least we had a network that, you know, it'll run good, don't worry. It'll run good. It's just, when I see that, I'm thinking, oh, there we go. It's still going on. There it is. There. This is the issue I've been talking about, folks. Dovetail need to fix this. It doesn't matter if I'm using the custom engine settings or the DX12 like I am here tonight. This has been happening since the route's release, and it's got nothing to do with the route. Like I said, this is a core issue, and whoever's in charge with the core area needs a good kick up the arse. I think I can see London Bridge over there, looking at that tall building over there. Oh, there goes 66. No, that's right. I still haven't added the braiding mod for those containers. Well, not containers. Hoppers. Speaking of containers, I seen myself a nice freight train this afternoon. Posted up a nice short, under 60 seconds. And got a nice horn salute with it as well, which was good. And yeah, just had the norm sort of train sim world content on there, you know, on the containers. You know, the Humbo Suds were there, the ones were there. Mersky Sealand was there, which we know we got the mods from Rob S. Speaking of containers, looks like they're coming through right now. Or was it another? Oh no. Same again. I did say to you guys it is a very heavy corridor for freight, and yeah, you do see a fair bit of freight along here, which is great. I'm just thinking if when I watched, was it last year? I watched Jeffrey. Jeffrey had a video of when he was inside of a Class 66, and it started. So I think it started down southeastern high speed area, down the Medway somewhere. Started the Medway somewhere, and then yeah, come up through this way somewhere. I'm not sure if it went through near Richmond or not. No money in the pot. That's it. Join the queue. It's bad enough with the prices of DLCs. Here in Australia, the DLCs are $56.95, $57. Not cheap. Could be worse, could be Microsoft Flight Simulator, the second biggest edition, it's almost $200. And yeah, I am holding off on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I just want to see how performance goes, and obviously I don't know what the hell they're doing. They haven't added any of the world updates from 2020 over to the, like, they've just, when I seen, one guy did all the, done the Australian buildings and everything, like Australian cities and that again. They've done exactly what they did at launch of 2020. They're fake. There's no real buildings. There's no harbour bridge. I'm thinking, well, what the hell is the world updates for? Like, aren't you just converting everything over to the new sim? And I was so disappointed when I seen that. I'm like, nah, now I'm definitely holding off. And then I heard the marketplace wasn't happening. I'm like, I'm glad I'm bloody holding off. They're rushing it, and I know a lot of people. Are concerned that they actually have rushed it, and they keep saying that they haven't rushed it. But come on, we're not dumb. We're not dumb. They rushed it. Of course, they rushed it. If the marketplace is not opening and you haven't got any like all the real stuff in the cities and that, you've rushed the shit out of it. Yeah. One of the major concerns I had with 2020 Microsoft Flight Simulator was the fact that I basically couldn't live stream it for starters because it kept just causing issues. So I always mainly did upload, and I kept going. I kept like deleting it and putting it back on, deleting it, putting it back on. I don't have that problem now. Now I've got the other now I've got the 4 TB SSD drive in there, even though that's mainly for Call of Duty. But yeah, I don't have that problem now. And I also don't have the problem now where I could play the game on the SSD drive, where I used to play it on the hard drive. So I do have that benefit now of actually having it on an SSD. So yeah, I noticed it the other day, Chris, when I was watching the documentary about the building of the new underground link and everything, and I was seeing that they said it serves 3 or 4 different lines or something, and I'm thinking, holy crap! Off the one, it's like, yeah, that would get pretty intensive, very intensive. Like, at least, you know, like the likes of London, Victoria, and the you know, Euston Station and Waterloo Station. Like, at least they serve like not they serve different lines, but they've got multiple stations there, and they've got multiple lines coming out of it. So it's yeah, it's a massive difference. And it's the same here in Sydney. You know, you have Central Station. You know, it's the biggest hub in the city. You know, and it serves all of the lines, every line. I'm talking every line. And that's 9 lines, 9 types of lines. So it's you know, you got South Coast line, the Cronulla South Coast line. You got the Western Main line, Northern line. You got the Southwest line, the line that used to go to Bankstown but only goes down to Sydenham. Yeah, and so on and so on. So speaking of Brisbane, Chris, I don't know if you've been on the Broncos website, but I reckon you should go and check it out actually, and tell me what you think about the brand new training jersey. It's actually quite nice. I'm actually a fan of it, to the point where I actually ordered from the Broncos store just before I went live tonight, because my mate sent me the photo, and I was like, oh wow, this has never been a colour that the Broncos have used before. Quite interesting. Don't remember any team using this colour before. It's actually quite an actual nice colour to suit the maroon, to be honest. I know they had the like the pastel, like salmon colour. Well, it's another pastel colour, but yeah, I don't mind it. To the point where I actually asked AJ, I'm like, oh, is this going to be the away jersey as well? If they do this as the away jersey, it'll be nice. And he's like, nah, it's still white. And I said, oh, okay, well, he said it might be the city jersey when we verse the Dolphins. So I'm like, yeah, they might do that. Guy's got his iPad. These 710 stopping boards apparently going to be added to the updated West Coast main line. There is a massive patch coming that's going to give more services and everything. Forks does the modded timetable now for the PC players. He's actually working with Dovetail. And some other guy as well. That's natural. Actually, I don't think the other guy is involved in the enhancement pack for the PC side of it, which of course we rock them with. We're rocking with mods on this route too, folks. We've got the enhancement pack on this route. We've got the enhancement floor, the ballast, the ground texture, sound mods. And then we've got the container mods there, you can see that. P&O. Looks like all P&O. Oh, there's a Mercy Sealand. Yeah, all P&O. Ned Lords more so on that one. haven't been to British Aces channel for a while. Yeah, you're talking about Joe. Yeah. Run over it like a cat. Just get out here and you can jump the fence or the spikes there. You know, if you want to play hot potato, go right here. Oh yeah, we're definitely at Gospel Oak. Thinking hell. Even the PSI's inside are bloody wrong. Leyston High Road next. Yeah, it was quite a hot day in Sydney again today. I think I copped another 30 Celsius plus today. It's quite warm. But we've got a cool change that's come through, and yeah, it's supposed to be cool for the next couple of days, so low 20s. So that's Celsius, by the way, for you Americans out there that go on Fahrenheit. Or anybody that goes on Fahrenheit. So we go on kilometers per hour and we go on Celsius with our temperature. And we go on kilometers per hour with our speed of the roads and trains. And it's mainly when I do my American Truck Simulator content, I change the miles to kilometers. But in Train Sim World, I keep it to what is natural to the area, so the UK and the US, they're miles. Where if I do any Deutsche Bahn stuff or Austrian stuff and that, it's oi shit. Thought I was hitting the brake button then. I apologise for that. Ah well. Could have kept going and I'll do the right thing. I don't think that would have caused any issues with us getting a platinum. I don't really care about the medals and points anyway. Yeah, what, 50 plus years ago. Long time ago. Yeah, so we're going to be winding up our live streams towards Christmas, folks. So we're going to be taking a couple-week break from around Christmas, New Year period, and return in the early half of 2024 with our live streaming action. That's not going to stop us from doing any content. We're going to keep doing content throughout Christmas, New Year's, and all that. But yeah, with the live streaming side, I'm going to be taking a break. So We will be getting our 200th episode of Midweek World of Trains in on the start of December though, so don't forget, after our blockbuster 4-hour live stream of Midweek World of Trains next week with the new West Coast mainline section, the northern section, and we're going to be the following week doing a 5-hour blockbuster, and we're going to be starting 2 hours earlier than normal. We're on an hour later than normal tonight, but we're going to be 2 hours earlier than normal at the start of December with a 5-hour celebration to celebrate our 200th edition of Midweek World of Trains. We're going to be doing some of the best routes in history of Train Sim World on that night. We're going to be doing all of our #1 voted routes from Train Sim World 1, which was Hemstrucker Run Rule. We're going to be doing the #1 route of Train Sim World 2, which was the Brighton Main Line. The #1 route of Train Sim World 3, which was Lincoln Run Strucker. Now I love the left Rhine. Absolute weapon of a route. And of course the Train Sim World 4 #1 route, which we're on right now. And I know we're early days in the Train Sim World 5 era, but man, it's going to be a battle of the West Coast main lines. It's going to be a battle of the West Coast main lines. Big time. But that saying, you know, I just can't believe, like, on my highest wish list of routes that I always wanted in Train Sim World, as much as I love to see something Aussie, obviously we know we need a third party to do that. The only third party that really comes to mind is Hotbox, which do stuff for Trains 22. But yeah, it's just amazing how the top 2 routes that I wanted in Train Sim World were actually released at the launch of Train Sim World 5. That being the West Coast Mainline South section. Even though I'm quite surprised they only went to Milton Keynes, because I know it's not that much further than Rugby. But then you would have got everybody saying, well, if they didn't put the loop in there, everybody would be like, well, where's the loop? Which we know recently ATS added on TSC. Can confirm that Just Trains have been actually working with Armstrong Powerhouse as well, with getting some sounds and everything for the Class 87, and we know that they're working on an 86 behind the scenes, even though it hasn't been announced officially. After seeing the teaser, yeah, it's definitely 86. That'll get revealed in this Advent calendar anyway. We know that will be one of them. The big one at the end, I just got a feeling it is that they're going to announce the date for VR, and I reckon it'll probably be a week after or something like that, and then they'll turn around and say, oh no, we're going to delay on this now. Knowing the recent history, we're going to delay this one too. So much for you having a calendar. Never trust Dovetail and then read a book, it'll be easier. It's good to see that they're actually starting to like delay stuff, but after the MBTA commuters release, I like the route, it's great. I think it's really cool. We're going to be going to it soon anyway. And yeah, I'm such a fan of it. It's really, really good. I love the trees and everything on that route. Frame rate in certain parts is a real dog ball. Man, I wish I could pick up speed more on this. It sounds so good when it's picking up speed. The Riviera line. Oh yeah, that is a nice route on Train Sim Classic. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. When is the Great Western Railway update, Chris? Well, the Great Western Express in Train Sim World terms. We know that's the Western Main Line. It's going to be... that eventually goes down to Cornwall anyway. It's going to be released in the first half of next year, Chris. So you're looking at around... probably at the latest this time, I'll probably say anywhere like between February and March at the moment for the Great Western Railway. I'll be very happy if it's earlier than that, but yeah, I'm thinking February more so. I would like to know what's happening with the Japanese route, to be honest. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, it's been in planning since Train Sim World 3. And, yeah, we've not heard much about it again recently. Look at all these lazy workers. Look at this guy getting paid $32 an hour. Oh, she is. Is that a she? Yep, yep. I let all the men do the work and I just sit here on my thorn and... Typical woman. You know me, I like to put little voices on these characters, make it interesting, you know, you gotta, you know, spruce it up and, you know, not be bored with it. You know me, sometimes they swear. Sometimes there's some conversations going on you don't want to know about. It's like, okay. I don't like to be plain old boring with it. It's got to be fun. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. And I'm brutally honest, when I see issues and that, I don't hold back. I'm not gonna suck up anything. You know, it's hardcore. I notice that you might see on a lot of previews, Dovetail just stay in this camera all the time, most of the time. They don't come up to the side because what are they hiding? Oh, well, we know what they're hiding. Problems with the passengers. Which are NPCs. We know they're known as NPCs. But yeah, I like to be polite and call them customers, which the US call them customers. And yeah, they're known as passengers here. You might know that in America, over the intercons and that, they go attention customers. They call them customers. They're a customer to their rail network. Yeah, me personally, I like to see the Great Eastern Railway line from Liverpool Street up to Ipswich. I'm such a fan of that on Train Sim Classic, actually. I know it's another pretty much straightforward, another beast of a run, but yeah, I don't mind that route. I love to see the south section of East Coast Main Line. That's the other theory I got for the big announcement at the end, actually, for the Advent calendar. If they do it, they got to do it modern. They got to do a 12-car 700 for starters. I know we've got a mod that gives us a 12-car 700, but I actually haven't added that back into Train Sim World 5, actually. thinking that that timetable and all that would cause issues for the Brighton main line. I'll have to go offline and check that actually. So yeah, hopefully that information comes in handy for you, Chris. So yeah, it's definitely not here in 2024. It's yeah, definitely the first half of next year. That's the King's Coronation design there. I've seen that. I thought, oh, okay, that's a little bit different. I'll grab that one. What's his name again? Mr. Big Ears Charles? I'm so bad. Dumbo. That's nasty. There's the submarine ones. There we go. Submarine. We're heading to the US next, folks, to the MBTA Commuter, the brand new DLC that was released last week. The first one for TSW5 Era. Do note a lot of the stuff that is in the roadmap at the moment, folks. A lot of it could end up moving over to Train Sim World 6, and do note that's coming September 2025. It's obvious. Ah, Platform 2. I've been going into that one recently, actually, so it's quite good. Oh yeah, 100%, Chris. Yeah, definitely. Even if it falls at being a Thursday release, and you know will end up being Friday here in Australia release, because if you're not aware, folks, our DLCs get released on Wednesday mornings when they're set for Tuesdays. For the PC side of things, they get released for like late Tuesday evenings here on console, but when it comes to the PC side of it, the Steam releases are early hours in the morning. So they get released on the early hours of Wednesday mornings. So currently I think that's 5 AM or 4 AM, something like that. Because yeah, when Dovetail live stream, sometimes it could be 6 AM, sometimes it's 4 AM. And that's currently in our summer month. You know, like when it's winter, when it's winter there, summer here, that's what happens. And then it flips around an hour different or 2 hours different. I think it's 2 hour different flip when it changes over. But anyway, we should be right with the plat on there. Yep, of course. Of course we've got a platinum on there. I think I'm undefeated on platinums on that route. I'll just, yeah. It's like I flogged the crap out of the route. Like I played the route numerous times, even in the old Train Sim Classic, and that was when it never went to Gospel Work. To we go further than Gospel Work in the other one anyway. But yeah, it didn't have Riverside because obviously that's just recently. Yeah, it's modern times. All right. This is All Aboard Live episode 112. You're with the Aussie Don. I am your 2023 week 16 Train Sim Classic loading screen contest winner. I won Deutsche Bahn week last year. And yeah, I had my beautiful photo of the castle looking over the Comland station on the Lincoln Rhine, Strucker left Rhine. So yeah, beautiful. That wasn't the reason why I won Train Sim World Freeze contest. But yeah, I did win 2023 screenshot contest week 16. I also won week 6 and 26 for the loading screen for Train Sim Classic. So there you go. Free time loading screen community screenshot contest winner. All right. And how are we all doing? Hopefully everybody is well. And yeah, sometimes Jamie from Dovetail actually pops in. And I still think he's my favorite streamer out of Dovetail. The other one I used to like watching was the Colonel Fader. You know, Sam. We miss him like crazy, don't we? Man, he used to tell it how it is. Don't worry, he never used to hold back. He's not like the rest of them. They just got no balls to actually admit shit. So anyway, finally Matt actually opened up the other night, which was good to see. It was finally good to see something like that. I'm looking, oh, maybe the tides are turning. Finally. So yeah, who knows? It could be some good things. Anyway, let's now head to the Boston commuter. This is absolute gem of a route. You know me, I love this route. I'm going to be rolling with the cab car tonight, actually. So the Rodham CTC/5 MBTA. I'm such a fan of this. This reminds me of the trains we have here in Sydney, the V-sets and all that stuff. So yeah, this is an absolute beast. So yeah, I will be with this one in the second phase. I need to go and grab myself the drink out of the freezer before it ends up being a tonic explosion. So bear with me. I'll be back in a minute. Thanks for joining us on the chat. Oh, yeah. Do. Yes, it's nice and frozen. Oh, got the bit of Slurpee ice in there. Nice. After 30 degrees day plus Celsius, man, nothing beats a nice Slurpee. Even though it gives you a brain freeze. I actually get gut freezes from them as well. The gut freeze is actually worse than the brain freeze, I have to say. I absolutely hate gut freezes. Oh, right. I think... Where's the Craze Club paid job? I think I did get one. Or did I get it on that side? Huh? Why are they not showing up? Did I get it on that one? I got it on the 40. It might be on the old cab. No, it's not. Alright, doesn't matter. Not to worry. 49. Haven't done this route on the night time yet, actually. And they're all damn long services at night too. God damn it. Let's do a 17 hours 38 one. This will be a nice one. We'll do it September, light cloud. Here we go. Driver, of course. I haven't done conductor mode yet. That's one thing I haven't done on Train Sim 5 yet. Is conductor mode. I think we might do something before the end of the year on one of the streams. Anyway, there you go. There's another screenshot contest winner. It's the same dude. It's won the contest like 5,000 times. One thing I do this about Jamie is that he keeps giving the same people the contest win. We want to see new people, fresh faces, new people win the contest. Give it a fair share, you know? But anyway, I've expressed my things about the loading screen for a while, and I think there should be more involved in it, to be honest. I reckon there should be a contest where we actually win stuff. And well, I did say to you guys, if they want to spend on the training centre, I would like to see a wall of fame. I don't know, just a wall of fame with people's names on there that have won the contest. My name might be there and I'll be like, hey. PH92. Here we go. We're heading to Boston. Okay, so we want to put that into neutral first up. We want to open up those doors. We're going to put on all those safety systems. And we want the dims on. Braking's on. We want to put that into suppression. Okay. Oh, that's very nice. Yes, I'm just going to move my cab over, and I'm just going to have my butt going through the seats. Why not? And here is the beast. The doors are open, folks. It's just an illusion. See? There you go. Sounds like an AFL horn. A bit of an AFL theme to that. You got the jail cell tags on the top of it, just like the single cabs. So yeah, good to see the double stackers on there now. Finally, I've been calling for the double stackers for a while, and yeah, good to see they finally got the /5 in there. Such a fan of the CTC /3, and I was like, oh man, I want the double stacker. When I seen it for the first time here, I think it was last year, I'm like, oh my god, there is a double stacker. I'm like, this has got to come to Trade Center World. And then I sort of had a squeeze of some of the routes coming out of Boston. I was sort of more looking towards the one heading north more. I said it come from the north station of Boston. I am hopeful that they'll eventually release it. But yeah, I haven't been hyped for a US route since the remake of the Long Island Railroad. So it is saying something. Would be nice to actually put it into forwards, Aussie. Going on. Yep, we're up and running. As you know, it is US law that if the train has a bell, you must turn it on when you're leaving. Slow down, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. I stuffed it. Bugger. Reset. I stuffed it up. I might drive without the safety systems today, just for fun. Just to have some fun with it. Put that in the forwards so then I don't stuff it up. I'll put the alerter on. I'm going to keep ATC and access off. Yeah, I do it because it is a policy that you must. It's a rule of the rail, so it's someone is knows a rule. I oblige it to. And I don't like to keep the door like that open. Yes, let's just roll with the door wide open. Okay, let's lock the doors. Yeah, I had a US rail fan here a fair while ago. Actually, he was very, very upset at me not using the bell. And that's how I discovered that the bell rule. So you're like, okay. I actually like the bell. It's not too bad. It's like, it feels like the home ice cream. We get a truck that goes around selling ice cream that has a bell like this. If you're in Australia, you will know what I'm talking about. The home ice cream with the bell. They actually have on this one, actually. So I can actually hit the horn and the bell doesn't come up. And then you got a sequence one where you can actually, it goes with the bell. So yeah, the bell is B on the keyboard. Spacebar is a normal horn, and then the sequence one is N. Open up the windows. She's a beauty, this one. It's a really nice route. Frame rate can dip really badly in some parts, so I apologise if that happens. We all seen that in the launch stream last Wednesday on our midweek World of Trains live stream, MBTA community special last week. No, that better not be a mosquito. It's that time of the year when we've got mosquitoes, and yeah, they've been plaguing like crazy here in Sydney. Yeah, one thing I can tell you guys about the West Coast Main Line, that's the Just Trains one, it is coming up, folks. It's going to be the same. I do believe it's going to be under the same rule as the Long Island Railroad. The safety systems are going to have to be switched on and have to be on at all times. You can't turn them off. If I read rightly to what I've seen, I don't think you can actually move the train without them being on off. So they have to be on at all times. So that's gonna suck massively. I reckon this is going to end up being a route where I'm not going to want to do the British Blue era stuff on it. I'm going to just want to take the Palomino on it and like all that stuff. But God, I wish they would release the APT Inner City. Man, I noticed so much controversy of that. It's got a controversial history. It's one of the first tilted mechanism trains in the world. You know, they've got to have the legend on there. I'm such a fan of that train on Train Sim Classic. And yeah, I'll be absolutely over the moon if they release that on Train Sim World. And now that we've got parts of the West Coast on there, come on, seriously, we need an APT DLC. And like I said, I don't know, for me, I would love to see it to be an expert range. Yeah, you used to get the home ice cream in the area, but don't hear from them anymore. Yep. I actually heard one this afternoon, actually, around my area here, and it's the first time I actually heard it out of all the 12 months, well, the 13 months I've been living here now, in this particular area. Here we are, West Nuttic. See, they don't call them platforms either. They call them track one. We call it platform. So platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, so on, so on. Love the insides of these things. God, they remind me of the old V-sets. I swear, this is why I said this is a V-set. Our V-sets are purple inside, but they're like a mauve purple. I swear, this area just here though, they have seating though, and then they have these stairs like this. But the seats in this thing are exactly the same as the V-sets. This is why I said this is a V-set. And then you come in here and you have to open the doors yourself. There are 2 doors like that, and it's mad. You get to open them yourself. You have to pull the handle on. It's really cool. That's why I said, I swear these are like V-sets. That's why I wish somebody would do a Sydney Trains VSEC library for this in the Creators Club, because, man, I'll be jumping on it, and I'll be definitely doing gameplay on the channel. But if nobody does one within the next week or 2, then unfortunately I'm going to have to get damn time to do it. It's a bit hard for me, because I already do skins for American Truck Simulator. So if you're not aware by now, I'm a skinner for American Truck Simulator. I do real companies and branding on the trucks and trailers. More so for the Camworths, all the Aussie Camworths and all that. So with the mod trucks. No, I prefer American Truck over Euro Truck. But there is 2 trucks, or more so, there's one truck that I do take over from Euro Truck over to American Truck. That's when Soap 98 ends up doing it and adding them, and that's the Volvo FH16. Don't get me started on that song, Elliot. That's a song when I'm having a few Jim Beams. I'm not really into the country music too much. Yeah. I'm into the uplifting trance more so. Uplifting trance, club NRG. Like UK bounce, heavy hardcore, hardstyle. That's my genre. I love that stuff. West Virginia. You said the West Virginia. It's country roads. Right, Natic Central, remember that? I hope I'm pronouncing these correct, folks. I do apologise. It's not German, so it's okay. Most of the German stuff's very hard to pronounce. That's why I was happy they went to Frankfurt. I'm like, oh, thank Christ. Yeah, Frankfurt was on my wish list. I've been wanting Frankfurt in Train Sim World for so damn long. I still want to see the S-Bahn main get released that goes to from Train Sim Classic. Oh, I'm such a fan of that route. It's got the underground section of Frankfurt. But I did say to you guys, the Stuttgart project that's happening, I would love to see them do Stuttgart. If they did it in the old format, it would be nice as well. But I wouldn't mind if they did the new Stuttgart station. But yeah, probably for people that, you know, have that history of the station and everything, I'd probably say in the format before the new version of it would be nice to see. Man, speaking of uplifting trance, man, it's going to be so hard to pick the Armin van Buuren Top 50 #1 tune of the year this year. Oh, there have been so many amazing songs this year. I still think it'll be Armin van Buuren and WW's latest, like the song that's been released recently. If not, I would love to see The Girl with Her Head Above the Clouds. Oh man, I'm such a... that song absolutely tingles my spine every time I hear it. Yeah. Do 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 do. Right. See, I can't pronounce this station that's coming up. Worsley Square. Hopefully that's correct. Yeah, I didn't think I had home ice cream come around this area, Chris. I was like I've been living here for 13 months, so I haven't heard it until I actually heard it today. And I'm like, is that home ice cream? And yeah, I was like, okay. It didn't actually come up my street, but I heard it like in the area. So I live off a major road, but yeah, I was like, no, around the back streets and everything. And I heard it and I'm like, okay. Don't remember hearing that before. I've gone into the outside camera view, folks. It's frozen up. So this is one thing I hate about the micro shadowing. As much as I'm on DX12 and everything, I've actually taken off the PCO thing tonight actually. I'm back to taking that off. So I want to see how it would run, more so this route, run more so with with that not on. I'm just going to check something here for a second. Foliage quality. No, I'll keep that. See, it dropped the frame rate down by, what, 5? Anything over 30 is quite sufficient. It's just these micro shadowings that really fuck it up. And I still haven't found the right balance. You think being on a 3060 Use the cab lights. What the hell? I didn't even touch anything. So once again, it's coming up with that crap. Yeah, so you wonder why I don't use Ultra with foliage. Being on a 3060 i7 11700K 12V RAM under your belt, you got 64 gigabytes of RAM on top of that, and then you got an NZXT liquid cooler on top of that. You know, should be running fine. The only thing I can say is I run the game on a hard drive, not the SSD. I couldn't run this on the SSD. It would just chew up it would chew up all the space, mate. Gotta drop that down. Well, even that doesn't help. You think that would help? It hasn't done nothing. There's a few others that have been complaining about the performance of the this particular route. And it's not the first time we've had a route release with performance problems. And passenger problems. Here's a conversation. Yeah, so I told him that the New York Yankees are better than the Boston Red Sox, and he was like, you're a dum-dum, you know, like, but they are actually better than the Red Sox. You know, you don't understand. Yeah, that's what I tried to say to him, you know, they're better than them, you know. They're just a bunch of dum-dums, you know what I mean? Yeah, I understand that. Okay, fair enough. There's a nice conversation going on there. I am a Yankees fan, folks. Yes, don't remind me about the World Series. So we'll be back on this route tomorrow night, and we'll be doing the freight thing first up, and it'll be exactly pretty much the same as what we did the other night. It'll just be the reversal of it. think this is the station with the rock on the corner. Yeah, it is. This was the station that featured on our cover photo for last Wednesday's live stream. It wasn't the original choice. I did change it when I got my hands on the new route last week. So the original cover photo was just basically from the article, just leading into the stream, just to post it up, you know. So I changed it. Another conversation going on over here. Let's have a listen to this one.
Yeah, so in 1964 I went to the war and yeah, I just went off the cliff, you know. I just, you know, that's why I got a stuff back and the way I walk now, you know. I've got a cane, you know. I have to...
You have to walk like that all the time, do you?
Yeah, I have to walk like this. That's why I got a bald patch on the side, on the back of my head, you know, because Matt Pedestal won't fix up the game, you know what I mean?
Okay, there we go. We'll get away from that. You wonder why Matt Pedestal doesn't have any hairs, because all the stress he has with the train sim over the years. I normally don't have any hair this time of the year, actually, folks. I normally have no hair myself, but I've decided to grow my hair back, because when I cut my hair here a few months ago, I so regretted it, because I had a ponytail going, and I used to love rocking the ponytail in, and I was playing with it all the time, you know, with my finger. Now I'm missing it so much, I'm like, oh, I want my pony back. So I'll grow my hair back. But unfortunately, I'm growing all the bloody white hair and everything. This is what happens when you think you think he's got no hair, all the stress. Yeah. Try having the hair and all white hairs and everything in your hair and everything, and you're 40 plus, and yeah. I don't really mind now. It doesn't really bother me. I got my kids. I don't have a wife, of course, but got the kids. It's all good. I'm too wild to get married. I need a wild woman to tame this beast. This one I've got my eyes on, but will she budge? She knows me goddamn too well. Yeah, unfortunately our Amtrak's run here the other night just went to a complete halt on it. I was so disappointed about that. It just come to a complete stop. I should have done the right thing and just drove all the way, you know, non-stop, without stopping and starting. So I think we would have had no problems that way. Sign on the side there, actually. Oh, let's jump out. What the fuck is going on here? Okay. Well, this is definitely a bug. I can't actually move. The hell's going on here? This is new. This is a new bug. I've never seen this in Train Sim World before. This is saying something. I'm an OG of Train Sim World. I've never seen this before. Fucking hell, I've gone through the roof. I can't even sit back down or anything. I am literally stuck. I can't even... Yeah, that was weird. Okay, well, I finally got back in. Seriously, did I find myself a glitch? That was like a Call of Duty glitch. I'm playing zombies, and you know me, I flog zombies, and yeah, I used to do the glitches back in the days, but not now. Like I play the game legit, but when I used to do the glitches and you get in that spot, yeah, you can just keep bump, bump, pop, 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 pop. That was like that. I just sort of made my way down something then and got back down off it. But you seen that live, folks? Because I'm not involved in the forums anymore because I got banned. If you're involved in the forums, please submit that. PC Steam. That's got to be fixed. That's a joke. Never seen that before. Out of all my years of playing. So I say to you guys, each era gets worse and worse and worse. I'll probably say to you, Elliot, stay on Train Sim World 2. It's not getting any better anytime soon, I'm telling you that much. Especially if you're on PlayStation, you know the limitation thing you got there. So I'm enjoying this route and everything, but it's just, yeah, just things like that really take the experience away. I sort of have been considering moving this game to the SSD drive, just to see if it's any better. To my new SSD drive, that is. See, I've got a Central Plus, a P3 Plus. It's 4 terabyte. That's the what's the name? The marker lights at the bottom, Chris. That is a safety thing. It's like when you got the school bus, you know, and you got the flashes on that with the 40 sign. So that's also a safety thing, you know, because some people might be deaf, you know, and they're on the train line and they might be, you know, hard of hearing or something, you know, or completely deaf or half deaf, you know. So that's why they have the flashing lights as well. So it's a safety thing, Chris. They take all these things into consideration, you know. It's actually a smart thing. So we have 4-car variants of these cars in Sydney, and we have 8-car variants, and then V-sets. And they're our inner city train. They're different they're different to this inside. Like they're definitely all different, all up in here and everything. Yeah, with proper cab and everything. But yeah, the outside's very, very similar. Inside the cab area where the passengers are and all that, very similar. But there's sort of more of a you open the doors and there's a bunch of couple seats, you know, a couple rows, and then it goes down the corridor, like the stairs up, down. Current local time's 10:29 p.m, ladies and gentlemen. 10:29 p.m. That's here in Sydney, Australia. 9:29 p.m. in Queensland. It'll be approaching lunchtime in the UK. It's morning in the USA. Good morning to you. People on the East Coast, it is morning. For the people in the West Coast, go to bed. I'm joking. Hey, who knows? You might be doing day shift, and you might, or you might be doing night shift, and you might be up watching as well while you're working. Hey. Get back to work. I'm your boss. I'm such a bad boss. I must let you go. You need to work. We're approaching Boston Landing. The station with the shoe factory, the shoe building. Yep, this is the one. That's supposed to be a shoe Foot Locker HQ or something. Boston Landing. Here we are. Great, another conversation going on there. Should we go in and listen to what they're saying? Nah. Let's have a look at the PSI. Yep, once again, the PSI has been cut off really badly and needs to be fixed up. Seriously. Can someone do an update with that? Lansdowne is next. We have a Lansdowne here in Sydney, actually. I think I said that before. So, Choo Choo Tuesdays and Midweek World of Trains episode 198 have been posted, folks. Tomorrow is our 190th Choo Choo Tuesdays, and we are going to be on this route again first up tomorrow with some freight stuff. So CSX stuff tomorrow, first up. And then we'll be rolling with some Deutsche Bahn stuff tomorrow as well. And then on Wednesday, Midweek World of Trains, episode 198. We're going to be rolling first up on the West Coast Main Line, doing some off-the-rails action as the Sydney Metro takes over the Class 700s. We're going to be doing a trip from London Euston to Walford Junction. It's going to be lots of fun. Non-stop trip it is as well, so it's going to be really, really good. Looking forward to that. Might be some signals and that along the way. We'll have to deal with those. But hey, it's going to be lots of fun. And we'll bring to you other action on that day as well. So that'll be on Wednesday the 20th. Choo Choo Tuesdays, episode 190 tomorrow on the 19th of November. Tomorrow's live stream will be starting at 9 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time Zone. That'll be in Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Hobart. 8 PM Queensland, 8:30 PM South Australia, 6 PM Western Australia, 11 PM New Zealand. 10 AM UK, 11 AM Central Europe, 5 AM in Boston and New York, USA, and 2 AM West Coast USA, 2 AM British Columbia in Canada, and 5 AM in Toronto, Canada. Our Midweek World of Trains live stream will be starting at 8 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 7:30 PM South Australia, 7 PM Queensland, 9 AM UK, 10 AM Central Europe, 4 AM in Boston and New York, USA, and 1 AM West Coast USA, 1 AM British Columbia, Canada, and 4 AM Toronto, Canada. If you can't join us live, there'll be a full replay provided, added to our Train Sim World past live streams playlist. That's one of 3 playlists for Train Sim World here at Australia Worldwide Entertainment. We break down our Train Sim World content with 3 dedicated playlists on all of the gameplay from Train Sim World 1, Train Sim World 2, Train Sim World 3, Train Sim World 4, and the current Train Sim World 5 and beyond. And we have uploaded videos playlist with past news, videos of news. I don't do Train Sim World news videos anymore, folks, as I like to give you the news and information on new mods and everything on our live streaming action. I don't want to waste your time anymore, so that's why I don't do it. I just think it's a waste of time. I just think it's a money spin and just a way to try to gain views. That's just stupid. I like to communicate with my viewers by actually talking to you guys on the live stream. I find that to be more professional and more appropriate. So that's how I do things. And so yeah, there is past news videos there, but there is all the uploaded videos of gameplay on there, and then we've got an introduction tutorials playlist. So they're the tutorials for the routes and the locos and all that. There's a playlist for that, and some of those tutorials have been redone over time because of bug issues and all this stuff, and just freshening it up. And you know, some of them old videos are only 1080p, and some are 4K, and some are 1440p. So there's a lot of mixture there. So a lot of the old content's done on PlayStation 4 when I first started. More so for Train Sim World 2020. So if you watch the 2020 stuff, there might actually be some the old northeast corridor stuff there too, the one they took away from us. When we used to go to the Hell's Gate Bridge, man. It's one route I wish they would bring that section back in Train Sim World now, but actually modern it and extend it to where it used to finish on that side, on the Hell's Gate side of it. I've talked about that a few times. I just think that for people that actually owned that route, I reckon we should get if they did a new version, a massive discount. Because yeah, taking away something that we actually paid for in the first place, I think was absolutely disgusting. It's built on an older system. Yeah, is that why Great Western Railway is still there and all the other ones? Like I said to you guys, I still think they had a falling out with Amtrak, and that was one of the reasons why they didn't do it. They didn't move over to Train Sim World 2. I think there was a dispute at the time. I just got a feeling. Because it's amazing how it took a while for Amtrak to actually come back in. I'm going to use the restroom, folks. Unfortunately, I'm about to drop my guts, so I need to. I'm honest. So there you go. I need to go and use the restroom before I do. Anyway, I've got to get out of here before I. Yeah, I'll be back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that information has all been provided, folks. So hopefully you do join us tomorrow night. If you are a subscriber, then thank you very much for subscribing. And you have the choice to turn the bell on or not. I get annoyed with the bell as well sometimes. You know, certain people's content, they just throw out so much. I throw out so much content. I post shorts every day and all that stuff as well. So. It can be a bit of a pain in the ass. So I can understand if you turn the bell off, you don't want those notifications keep coming through. But if you want to be notified, that's your choice. But it can get annoying. Like I even get notifications from my own stuff, and it's like, didn't I turn that off? I'm pretty sure I turned that off. I don't know why I get them, but I do turn them off, and I seem to get them still on. It's like, there's got to be a bug somewhere. I'm not sure. Was that a CTC 3 all the way, wasn't it? Boston Back Bay, here we are, track 7 coming in. Right, smack bang on. Beautiful. G'day, mate. What are you doing there?
I'm just checking out the live stream for last Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. It was a good one, wasn't it?
It certainly was. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Oh, your pleasure, brother. Caution, the doors are about to snap your hand off. Better move out of the way. The way they slam is like, damn, I've got to get out of here before I lose my hand. Yeah, it's a bit of a slow train taking off, but the CTC3 was like that too. So. And the V-sets are like this too here in Sydney. They do take off slow like this. So yeah, it's sort of true to reality. These type of sets are just very similar. I noticed they updated all the signs along here too, which is really cool. Something that trains the original Boston Sprinter didn't section the Northeast Corridor. You know, because that's Northeast Corridor on the side there. Eight car class 101. BR class 101. That'll be that'll be quite funny actually. No, it wasn't a 101 that I did with that. Or was it? Remember that British green version I did? Was that a 101 that I did, Chris, here a few months ago with on the Southeastern High Speed? Was that a British British green that I did with that? I think it was. I think I've done a Creators Club 101 before with a fair few cars. It was in the British green. Creators Club paint job. That Peak Forest DLC I was talking about that I thought was off the roadmap now is actually still on there, folks. So yeah, it still is coming. So I actually thought that company was not doing it anymore. It's just, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that one as well. I'm really looking forward to that pack and the update for Peak Forest, because when I seen that was coming, I thought, wow, that's one route I love doing, but I prefer to take the modern stuff on there. So, when I say modern, like HSTs and, you know, the 158, you know, stuff like that. Anything that's obviously DC. There's an Amtrak. I think that's the first time I've actually seen the Amtrak on this, on the commuter. So there you go. That's the first time I've seen it. Actually, I've seen it the other night. I obviously was trying to drive it into here, but we broke down just before we got to Boston. So that was a little bit of a pain. That really peed me off last week. Yeah, the brick green. Yeah, I think that was a 101. It was definitely in the train set. Well, 4. I know that. It was, yeah, the last 12 months. I think Elliot might have head off anyway, but thanks for joining us on that time. It was a pleasure talking to you. But yeah, we did do a brick green. I'm pretty sure it was a 101. Yeah, it was. It was a 101. That's right. It was a 101. So I think I had to cold start it. I don't normally like cold starting anything. I hate cold starting on train set. Well, that's something I've always hated. But yeah, that one I don't mind because I know what I'm doing. Well, just the 2 trips tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute honour bringing you the action tonight. And we'll do it all again tomorrow for another couple hours of great train sim world action. There we go. Nice gold medal there in the end. Okay. There's a guy that's won the contest 5,000 times. Anyway, that's all we have for today. There'll be a full replay provided of today's live stream added to our past live streams Train Sim World playlist, and it is on our home screen of our YouTube channel. Do join us again tomorrow for the 190th Choo Choo Tuesdays. There'll be a link at the end when we end the live stream. Until then, my name is The Godfather, the Aussie Don, your OG from the land down under. If you hear the thunder, you better run. You better take cover. We'll see you tomorrow for Choo Choo Tuesdays. Enjoy the rest of your day.